What's up YouTube? I'm the Merc Plays and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're checking out and talking about Diablo 4 Open Beta on the PS5. In this video, we'll discuss specifically the Master of Nature and the elements, the Druid. Just like before, we'll talk about what we liked about it, what needs to change, and what needs to be improved. And overall, Druid first impressions. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. What's up guys, we're back bringing you another video on impressions of the Druid. It is not what I expected. What did you think, Crash?
I liked it. For me it was fine.
There you go. 1 out of 10. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm just kidding. All right, let's talk about it. I have to say, I was expecting more out of this class. Not having, played again the Druid before, I was expecting a lot more. But I will say that I got some good things. Let me start with the good stuff. And then I'll just smear the shit of the bad stuff for you guys after that. So first of all, I think the Druid has the coolest transformations, animations I've ever seen in any game. You transform into a wolf or you transform into a bear as an attack. That is so cool because you can mix and match between transforming into a werewolf as a primary attack and then, switching to a bear form core skill is really, really cool. And not only that, it actually looks pretty damn badass when you actually do those two, combinations. What'd you think of the transformation, man?
Yeah, the transformation is pretty fucking cool looking.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Let's talk about the bear form specifically. It's probably the one I preferred most in the beta. A little weak, I want to say, man. The bear form was pretty weak. I feel like the bear should have like more resilience and be like either have more health or just overall just be stronger than it is. The AoE for the bear was probably the best part of the bear, which, I mean, I was one-shotting enemies like left and right with it. I thought it was by far one of the coolest AoEs because you're literally a bear slamming into the ground. But I mean, overall, I think the bear was probably the coolest thing ever. It's a little weak. It needs a little more power, a little more resilience, and I think it just needs just an overall more health, in my opinion. What did you think of the bear, man?
For me, the bear was the damage was there. I didn't see any issues with my damage. My issues was with how freaking slow it attacked. Yeah, like it was just too slow for my kind of play style.
Yeah, it is slow. I agree. Again, there you go. The bear was slow, and for me, the damage wasn't there as far as the skills you actually need. The damage and the resilience was not there for me. Let's talk about the wolf form. The wolf form, which I guess you can just say you're basically a werewolf, a lichen. I honestly thought you were turning yourself into an actual wolf the first time I heard about the Druid turning into a wolf, but that's not the case. So you are actually a lichen or a werewolf, whichever you want to call yourself. I thought it was pretty cool. I did expect to have some type of bleed mechanic as a werewolf, as a slashing werewolf, but no, we actually got poison. Which, does that make any sense to you?
I guess kind of, because even though it's considered poison damage, they're calling it rabies.
I understand that. I get that part. But they call it poison. Exactly, yeah. Poison. Yeah, later down the line, the skill line, they call it rabies.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, stick to one wording or the other. Don't put both in, because then you're just gonna confuse people.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The other thing, werewolf attacks were amazing. I love the werewolf class. It needs to be a little stronger, man. Again, damage in this whole class is just, for me, is not there. The best part of the werewolf was the secondary attack. It had a 3-hit combo, which worked really well. But the damage was not there, man. Also, resilience. You would think being a werewolf, you have a little more, a thicker skin in some perspective of saying there. What did you think of the werewolf form?
I liked the werewolf form. It was I thought it was fun. Did good damage. It was nice and fast. I liked its core skill, being able to do that quick 3 slash, and if you targeted a distant enemy,
Right.
you would literally leap at the enemy, like lunge at them. It's freaking cool.
Let's talk about the two last thing. I kind of ended up building a build around these well, this one element out of these two. You also have an earth element and a storm element. Basically one makes you Thor, and then the other one just makes you I guess a druid, you know, like a shaman druid that controlled the earth in a way, as far as like bringing up rocks from the ground and stuff like that. So the storm, let's talk about the storm class. Now, I didn't give this a second chance because I just didn't want to play that. As a druid, they're promoting you as a wolf and a bear. So the first thing I tried were those two. Didn't have fun with it. So today, matter of fact, as of I'm recording this video, I actually found, and the footage you're seeing on, on your screens is me actually using the storm style build that I made. And I say I made because I ignored a couple of things that, require electricity and to buff it or whatever. I kind of put my own spin on it. Crash was the first one to try the electricity, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were kind of telling me like, oh, this is where you should try to run and stuff like that. And I kind of went off of that. Overall, man, I think the electricity is probably the funnest to use, but it's also the most, what do you call it? Engaging. Like you need to be casting spells a certain way or your damage falls off or you die. So what did you think of the electricity elementalist or whatever we want to call it, man?
I liked the storms, the storm spells, more specifically the lightning storm spells. Just being able to, like, Thor, Thunder God, your way through mobs and stuff. The only downside to it is that it lacks a good single target. Like so the lightning strike is great for just clearing out just like mobs and mobs of enemies. Just so much fun. But it lacks the single target capabilities like in a boss fight.
Storm and the Earth were probably, according to some other people I've been talking to, they say they're pretty good. But again, as a druid, the promotion of the druid that they're showing is like the promoting is the werewolf and the bear. So expecting those two to be good, and they're not, kind of let me down. So let's talk about the bad things really quickly. I don't like it. It feels slow. It's a slow start, just like the barbarian for me, man. It's hard to get, cool spells or actually get a build going with the abilities they give you in the beginning, which again is a problem for me. What'd you think?
Yeah, I do kind of agree with that. It's a little bit of a slow start trying to unlock some good spells or the spells that you want to play with. I think my biggest thing that was took forever to unlock the companions. Like you unlocked them at like level 12 or 13.
Yeah, it took a while.
But yeah, it was a bit of a slow start.
Yeah, that was my issue with it as well. They also feel weak, just like barbarians did. For the early access beta, we tried barbarians, and it felt like the damage was not there. And this is the same way I feel about this one. So far, I feel like it's all the energy building classes that I'm having issues with. I never had the issue with the necromancer, the mage, or the rogue, who have the energy to spend. I feel like we have to build rage up, we have to build essence up for the druid and the barbarian. It just makes it harder to actually cast these spells, and I think that's the issue that I have with both barbarian and the druid. Would you agree with that, man?
I didn't have any issues with the being able to build up spirit. It was more, I think for me it was more of not having more ways to build up spirit.
Yeah, that's the other one. Okay, let's end it with a rating, man. What do you rate the Druid of the beta, and what, real quick, do you wish they change?
See, my rating for the Druid, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. And if I were to want them to change anything, I would like them to either make the bear's attacks do more damage or be more sped up. And then I want the wind abilities and the earth abilities more damage, because earth abilities were straight hot garbage.
All right. I'm giving the Druid a 4 out of 10. I think this class is complete garbage. No offense to anybody who loved it. It's preference, right? If
Exactly.
at the end of the day they fix what I'm concerned with, I will definitely give the Druid a second chance. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not playing the Druid ever again. I actually liked playing the Elemental class. That's why I'm giving it a 4 out of 10 instead of a 2 out of 10. My initial rating, because one, the bear needs more resilience and more health and needs to do more damage. The werewolf needs more resilience and needs to do more damage. The elemental everything needs to be doing more damage and require less essence to cast, because you are eating your energy so fast and you have to build it back up with melee attacks, which just sucks right now. So there it is. Those are our thoughts, and we hope you guys enjoyed the beta. If you didn't get a chance to, then we'll wait until a couple months from now when the game releases to actually try it out. I'm sure everything hopefully will be fixed by then. Crash, thanks for stopping by again, man, and sharing your thoughts on the game. Guys, that's it for the video. We really appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Well, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any feedback for me, please leave it in the comments below, and always remember to level up in game and in real life. We'll see you guys soon.